we may or may not be about to go grab pizza, but what I wanted to say is most of those eczema flares that I showed a couple vlogs ago are almost completely gone now, and we've pretty much established like this really good, you know, clean eating routine. We're kind of off the histamine diet. I really only needed to test the really strict parts. So now I've released phase 3 and I'm like working with clients with it, but he and I kind of established our own diet based off what feels good and how our body regulates. But we are cheating right now and we're gonna go get a veggie pizza from an Italian restaurant, and it doesn't make us feel phenomenally bad. So for us, we're like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, this is the first time we'll have pizza since the diet. So I'm interested to see how we react, and I don't think it'll be, we didn't have a bad reaction last time, so I'm hoping that it's not more of a reaction since we've been eating so clean.
I guess we'll notice if his sinuses start to act up, my sinuses act up, and if any of my flares feel different. I'll try to actually film all of the flares that we filmed the first time so you can see how they've progressed, and I'll put them side by side, but hopefully I won't feel anything from the pizza and I'll just devour it. The grand reveal! Oh my god.
Oh my Lord.
We definitely thought that going from showing you guys a giant pizza and then showing you my eczema is a weird transition. And so I actually ate the pizza for lunch. Now, how much did we eat?
I would say 1.5 to 2 slices each. That's fair to say. And then we stored the rest for later. That way we don't overindulge and have a whole, it was a 20-inch pizza, large size. We could have finished that easily ourselves, but we wanted to be a little bit more consistent and not overindulge, so we only had a couple slices.
It was delicious, by the way. And so the video that you're gonna see of today, which is October 22nd, I had just eaten the pizza, and so like I typically wouldn't react that quickly. So you're gonna see September 20th, October 1st, and October 22nd. So about a month's time, where it almost seems like at October 1st, my skin hit the peak of not being that good. And it was at that time I did phase 1, like I had just started phase 1 of the histamine harmony protocol. And within a week of doing that, I started looking better and better and better. And now, like my skin is basically better. So take a look. It is now Friday, October 25th. Thank you for watching the comparison of the different days of my eczema. And I still feel like I'm in a good spot. It's been, let's see what day that was. It was October 22nd. So it's been 3 days. And I just keep thinking about the principles of the phase 1 and phase 2 diets that we did. And I ended up coming up with a little recipe. It's so easy, but I'll include like a little clip here so that you can see the little recipe that I have, and it's perfect for phase 1. The only thing you can't have is the garlic powder until phase 2 of the histamine protocol that I created. So I'll show you that. I wanted to show you a quick and easy meal if you have eczema that'll help you actually reverse it and feel a lot better. And it's super low histamine. Now in my cast iron skillet, I have asparagus and shallots. Shallots actually help you reverse histamine intolerance, which is really cool. Then I'm just gonna add some salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and some parsley. And I'm gonna top this with chicken thighs. And that's essentially the meal. It's so easy, you just bake it in the oven. Okay, in other news, my husband and I have been up to so many things that are like not diet related, not eczema related. We actually found a litter of kittens and they were wild and all this stuff, and we had to like create a whole contraption to capture them. So I'll play that clip for you. And just so you know, we did get them. And so afterwards, I'll play you clips of the kittens. Do you want to hand me? We just captured 2 baby kitties.
Check it out. They're so small, and it took an extraordinary amount of patience, but we finally got them both in, and we did it.
So the brown one kept taking food out of the container to the little white one, and the white one wouldn't go in, and so we had to wait, and we couldn't move a muscle because they're so sensitive to things. They would have seen us. And so then,
God, they're so cute.
hi sweetheart. Finally, we got them using this duct tape method, and I had to hold it taut the entire time. And then I pulled it at the very end, and we got them, and they freaked out. But we have them.
They're not screaming or crying, but they are like so exhilarating.
Yeah, my heart was beating so fast for most of that time.
That was fun.
So it's now officially been 1 week and 1 day since we got the kittens, and I know you want to see what they look like, and they're finally warming up to us. The process of us getting them adapted to us was we would feed them with spoons, and then we would play with them, and we did this every morning and every night. And then now we're starting to go into where we keep them. We keep them away from all of our other pets. I think you guys know we have like 5 other pets, and we keep them completely separate. And so now they're finally starting to warm up. We take them to the vet this coming week, so it'll hit 2 weeks with us having them. And yeah. Baby, what are we up to now?
Chocolate chip cookies, bro.
We're gonna use some ghee. I made this recipe up. It's pretty eczema friendly. The only thing is it does use coconut sugar, so if you're sensitive to sugar, this isn't gonna be a go. But I'll show you the cookies after, and then I can put the... You can. I can put the recipe up on the screen. Shush. The dilemma that I'm having at the moment is I made this recipe up last week, and now I have to figure out, like, my friend was like, oh, what's the recipe? And I kind of made it up. So now I'm trying to go off of that recipe, and it was wrong. So now I'm like rewriting the recipe as we go. And so, oh, fingers crossed. Okay, we just put them in the oven. They look like they're gonna spread a ton. Oh God. So I'm down here with the cookies watching them in the oven, and I just remembered what I was gonna tell you guys, which is the first video I've ever posted on YouTube ever was of me baking healthy chocolate chip cookies. Like, it was even a new channel. It was 9 years ago. And so last vlog I showed you guys me making cookies, and they were like a disaster. This recipe is easier. I will say you have to chill them because they spread way too much. We should have chilled them, but I had preheated the oven, so I was kind of just like, let them go. But when I take them out and you see them, it's just like a whole pan of cookie, but they taste good and it's not a problem. But just, if you're gonna make the recipe, chill yours first. This reminds me of Smooth SpongeBob. If you've ever seen the episode of SpongeBob where he is all smooth, that's what this reminds me of. Voila!
No.
So as some of you may know, the west side of North Carolina got hit with a hurricane probably, what was it, a month and a half ago? And we really wanted to go hiking, and I thought there was a trail that was only like an hour from us. And I was like, oh, should be fine. Didn't say anywhere online that it was closed. It was closed. So then we drive to this other one. It's like 15 minutes away, and it said that there were some open trails. And so we get here, and some lady tells us just to drive a mile down the street. They're having a Halloween event, yada, yada, yada. Park there.
Leave $3.
Leave $3 in a green box. And like there's hiking down there. So we're like, okay, cool. There's nowhere to park. There's no green box. And there's half-baked maps showing where to hike. So we're like trying to figure it out. And we're seeing a lot of like trees down, really big trees down and stuff. And most of the trails here are actually closed. And from where she told us to park, you can't hike anywhere. So we tried to get to one of the hiking trails from one of the closed trails, and we could not. So it's been an adventure. Anything you want to say there?
Yeah, the down trees look cool. And Wolfie's having a good time. Looks like he's a little tired, but it's fun.
Oh boy. So back to the city we go. Amazingly, when we went back into the city, we went to go eat at this place called Snooze for breakfast. And we brought our dog with us because we just went hiking. Ignore the fork, I'm making cookies yet again, and I do have a problem. Today is Monday, October 28th, I think. And I ended up running into somebody who follows me, and she recognized me out in public. So I'm gonna show you that clip, and then we're just gonna wrap this week's vlog up, and I will see you guys next week for next week's vlog, which I actually have to start now because it is next week now. Actually just ran into somebody who's been following me for quite a long time. This is Hannah.
Hello, I'm Hannah. Nice to meet everybody on here.
And she was telling me her story of how like this account was able to help her, and I just feel really happy to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
It was really uncanny. I'm just like in the middle of Charlotte somewhere. And so if you don't mind telling people what helped you, she kind of told me for a few minutes like what was really helpful to her. So
yeah, absolutely. So for a while I was eating a lot of gluten and dairy and started to slowly take that out based on like stomach issues that I had. And then after following Michelle, the eczema coach, I started adding in omega-3s and tried a lot of different lotions and creams, but really had to fix my diet. So took out anything with added sugar, anything with high histamine. So I stopped eating spinach, avocados, tomatoes, all of that. And then really just try to cook whole foods at home. So yeah, that helped a lot.
Perfect.
So she saved me, literally saved me. I would not be out in a tank top today if I still had the horrible rashes.
Where were your flares?
All over the insides of my arms. So you kind of helped me figure out that it was probably candida, and that's why I took out sugar.
The sugar?
Yeah, exactly. And then like around my mouth and my eyes, I could barely open my eyes most days. It was absolutely awful. So yeah,
I'm so glad you feel
literally
better.
saved me. Thank
Well,
you.
nice meeting you.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you too.